When you need advice, come to Ben and Kelly. It's Group Therapy on 99.7 DJX.
Hey there. Good morning, Michelle.
Hi, good morning.
Thanks for allowing us to give you a call on this. Will you tell us what's going on?
Yeah, so this is about my friend Lisa. She was my best friend for a while, and then more recently the relationship started fading. So I realized I was a little more invested in it than she was. Oh. And I decided to bring that up with her, and we really just had a blowout about it.
Oh.
So I told her that I felt unappreciated and I'd been the one carrying the friendship for years. And the conversation ended with no resolution. So basically just oh well, and that we'd carry on.
Okay.
So for me, that was the last straw, and I just needed to write her off as a friend in my mind.
Oh, wow.
So,
Yikes.
yeah. So now, we have superficial contact, but I'm still hurting. My feelings were hurt by this whole thing.
Right.
And biggest problem right now is our long history. So she's like family to my parents, and I'm also friends with her sisters. So we're always at the same parties. We're together on Christmas. And so now I feel like I need to cut back the relationships with her family in order to be just emotionally rid of her, just cut ties.
Wow.
But that's not right. But I'm so upset with Lisa that it's painful to keep smiling at her at parties and pretending like nothing's wrong. So should I just kind of carry on being cordial with her, or because it'd be worse to burn the whole bridge? Or should I just kind of cut ties with her and her family?
That's a really tough one. I know how difficult that can be, because it's one thing if a friendship just kind of fades away and there's really no other factors with you being involved with her family or anything like that. But this one's tough because of the family situation.
Do you know, Michelle, if the rest of the family is kind of privy to what's been happening between you and Lisa?
I don't think they are.
Yeah.
I haven't told my family. I don't think she's told hers because they haven't said anything to me.
Well, and she probably has a different perspective of what's going on, it sounds like.
Yeah, that was the worst part, is it just felt like she didn't care at all.
Yeah.
So I feel like she even thinks that conversation wasn't that big of a deal.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's probably it. Oh, gosh.
We've got plenty of people already kind of reaching out. I would love to hear other people who have been in Michelle's situation where you've had a falling out with a friend, and how do you get through it with their family and everything? Because I think maybe, Michelle, am I correct in saying that would probably help, hearing some of those?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. All right.
Do you think you'd be open to a follow-up conversation to kind of drive home to Lisa just how, serious of a situation it is? You're considering trying to end the friendship over it?
See, that's tough because that's kind of the conversation we had the first time.
And she just didn't catch on.
Yeah. Yeah, so bringing it up again, I don't even really want to go there because it's it hurt me so much the first time we talked about it. I don't really want to have to open myself up to that again.
And what other different words will make it sink in and actually motivate her to want to repair the relationship?
This is weird to ask. Do you want to repair the relationship, or are you just over and done with it?
Yeah, I think that if she were willing, then I would like to. I mean, if nothing else, it's better if we can be at these gatherings together.
Yeah.
Sure. Yeah.
So yeah, for that reason, I would want to, but I just don't think that she's open to it at all.
All right, Michelle. Well, hey, thank you so much for allowing us to chat with you about this. Good luck. Hopefully, we'll get some guidance from our listeners to maybe help you and how you figure it out with Lisa. And
yeah, definitely. Well, thank you guys. I really appreciate it.
No problem. Tina even rolls in on Facebook and says, hey, I need this advice too. I feel like I carry the relationship with my friend.
Yeah, I definitely know that she's not the only one in this situation. Now, Kate says if her family starts treating you differently, might be time to reevaluate. For now, just do what you need to heal. And then Dawn rolls in and says, don't burn bridges. People mature. Time solves things. Just kind of let it rest for a bit.
Interesting. Okay. What is your story about this? 502-795-1997. Having an issue with a longtime friend, even a best friend. They're going through, I wouldn't even say a rough patch, because she's wanting to end the friendship, but it's the family, too, that she's worried about breaking up with as well. And
yeah, it kind of all goes together.
Yeah, for sure. Brandon rolls in and says, God will put people in your life at the perfect time, take people away at the perfect time. I've had my best friendships end over really dumb things, and my life hasn't ever been better since. So maybe this is a sign, Brandon's kind of saying, that it's time to just let go and let things progress and move on. Jamie, the exact same situation or very similar situation happened to you, and what would your advice be?
My advice to Michelle is to not cave in and to stick to her guns because she has valid points. Mm-hmm. And if friendships can't work unless there's a two-way street, and if she's not willing to work on it, then she's doing the right thing by kind of saving herself the trouble and the pain. I still am very, I guess you would say, polite and courteous to her family, but we don't see each other like that. She doesn't see my family like that anymore. And just my advice to Michelle is that it gets better over time. She said her piece, and, if her friend didn't want to mend anything, then it kind of is what it is.
Yeah.
It is so tough when one friend feels like they're the one that's always doing all the work in the friendship, and you're getting nothing out of it. You're always giving and not receiving anything from the friendship.
The last 8 months, my best friend actually lived with us for 6 of those months, and then she got in a relationship and then moved out, and then she completely cut ties with us. Barely spoke to me, anything, and I was like, wow, you lived here for 6 months. Yeah, so it was really hard. It was really hard because she was with me for everything, birthdays and, graduations for my nieces and nephews. I mean, she was like a sister.
Thank you, Jamie. Lindsay says, hey, been in the same situation. My best advice, time heals. I have since found far better quality friends. It hurts. It will come in waves, but my life is better without those former friends in it. So, man.
Yeah, I think there is something to be said about seasons of life.
Yeah.
And that, you have some friend, you may not necessarily still be friends with the people that you once were, maybe because of life taking you in different directions, whatever circumstances are going on. And maybe she's outgrowing her relationship with Lisa, and they're no longer kind of, whatever brought them together in the first place, those factors aren't at play anymore.
Well, and maybe Lisa's outgrowing the friendship with Michelle, it sounds like it could be.
Yes.
I mean, where it's one-sided and, Michelle's the one who's reaching out and stuff like that, and just not getting the reciprocal, vibes and friendship from Lisa. So.
Yeah, Elaine says, focus on you, building new happy relationships that fulfill you. When you really start shining, this won't matter anymore.
Okay. These are things I think we all go through. So, it's those friendships that you think are going to last a lifetime, and then they don't. And then, again, those seasons of friendship. So I think it's a good kind of way to approach it. And maybe, Michelle, this is for the best.
Yeah, you know what? If it might be time to just kind of let it go, especially if she is not noticing the same change in your relationship that you have, and isn't willing to hear you out when you've brought it up to her in doing the work to try to meet you more halfway. So, that might be part of your answer. Yeah.
All right. Well, hey, thank you for reaching out, Michelle. Good luck. Keep us posted on what happens. If you want to weigh in with your situation, you always can. Facebook @Ben and Kelly Show. That's Group Therapy.